Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin, Season 2, Episode 3? It's Episode 28 overall? And I did end up, over the course of this week, rewatching Season 1, so I do have myself completely caught up. And again, just refreshing you that I've read the manga just a teeny bit past this point. I'm not going to be sharing any spoilers or anything, but only a little bit past this point. So, yeah, since it's only a tiny bit past this, we're sort of catching up to the point at which I had read up to, and even that was years ago, and I had forgotten most of it except for the big important key things. So please no spoilers in the comments, of course, and don't expect any spoilers here because I don't know what's going on. Yeah, just starting at the beginning, I love the just weird off-kilter vibe we had here, and I don't know how, I didn't read this, I don't know if this is correct or not, but it seems like this is what we're made to believe, or what it's strongly hinting at, is that by saying that, you know, there's no blood or signs of humans dying, none of the people are here, but the horses are here, sad they escaped. I feel like they're leading us to think, okay, the village was somehow turned into titans, but I have no idea how. But apparently that's possible, and if so, that means that titans are humans. And if every titan was once a human, that again also just the numbers involved with how many titans there are, it's just so odd. Either way, moving on past that, the titan seemingly talks to Connie, which is very, very creepy. No one else seems to hear it though, but I think that was, again, just throwing more hints at us as viewers and really building into the creepy vibe some more. Nanaba is a waifu. Nanaba is very, very cute. I really like her. Very much my style. But if she is, that means Krista is a goddess. I think even, was it Armin? Somebody called her a goddess last season. But yeah, I love the development here for Krista and Ymir, because really we didn't see much of them in Season 1, so it's cool to actually see them getting important story. The annoying beard man is back randomly, and second best girl Riko is here. Riko I really, really like. I was not expecting to see them here. I didn't remember them coming back into the story at all. So I really like seeing Riko. I think the only waifu of higher tier than Riko for me is Annie. Annie, well, I guess I don't know if we're ever seeing Annie again. If we're not seeing Annie again, then I guess that puts Riko in best girl position. But either way, we see Hanne searching along the wall for the hole. Also, the guy that's leading the one squadron with Reiner and Bertold and Connie, I'm like, he's so scared and everything, but I'm like, why are you scared? I thought we established last season that they get tired and go inactive after only like 1 hour in the dark. And if it's been longer than an hour in the dark, they should be completely inactive and you should be fine. If anything, you should send out scouting parties at night to go and kill them while they're asleep. That would be the best way to wipe out some titans. But yeah, either way, moving along from that. I love the revelation, there is no hole, insert dramatic music here. I like that, and then, of course, at that time, the moon comes out from behind the clouds, and they see the atmosphere building, and this castle in the background, and I don't know, I really like the creepy atmosphere they built up here. That, I think, was actually pretty great. We find out that even when a titan is, well, even when a titan shifter becomes not a titan or whatever, the hardened skin that broke off from them doesn't fade away like the rest of the titan body does, and it's left behind. So from that, they pretty much figure, the walls must be made of hardened titan skin material, whatever it is. Yeah, apparently that's what the walls are made of. And they're kind of asking a lot of Eren here. They're like, okay, Eren, you're gonna go use the hardening stuff, you're gonna fill up this wall. But the problem with that is that we haven't even seen Eren use the ability to harden whatsoever. We don't even know if he can harden like Annie could. Maybe that's something that Annie uniquely could do. I'm assuming it's not, but since they're telling Eren to do it, and since he's the main character, I'm assuming he will. But I mean, I don't know, it just seems they're asking a lot of him, given that he doesn't know how to do the hardening thing whatsoever. They're really putting a lot of hopes on him. let alone him being able to mold it to form a wall or a patching for a wall. Then we get a pretty great Nick and Levi scene. I really did like that, and how it kind of causes Nick to say, I can't betray my faith or whatever, but I can give you the name of somebody that the church was telling us to monitor. And that person is definitely Krista. Also, Sasha made it back to where Hanji and Eren and Mikasa and Armin are. I had to remember everyone. John should be with them too, from what I remember from the first season. John should definitely be with them, even though we haven't seen him. Then we see the castle is under attack at night. We see the Beast Titan, and holy shit, the hype they built up for the Beast Titan. I feel like every time we see him from now on, it's just going to be a crazy hype fest. But he scales the wall and just seemingly is going to hop over and walk back into Titan territory. And man, it was just so creepy and tense. I loved it. Levi parts ways with the rest of the group that he was with because he's injured and they need to go out and do shit. Then the Beast Titan is over the wall at this point, and Nanaba, the waifu, I think she is in a bit of danger here, because whenever a character is like, don't worry, we're going to go kill these Titans, no, they usually die. They pretty much always die. And then Hanji's squad is also headed for the castle, so maybe they'll come in for the save before Nanaba dies, but I'm really expecting the really confident dude that was like, I would be drinking if it wasn't for you guys. I think his name was Gerger or something like that. I'm really expecting him to be donezo. Poor dude. But yeah, episode as a whole, I thought we had this really amazing build-up and this creepy feel. And you need episodes like this to build tension and stuff between the fighting. And I thought this was like one of the best build-up episodes that I've ever seen. I'd say it's one of the most edge-of-your-seat episodes in the series. Because when you're watching a big action sequence fight or whatever, you're interested in that, that's exciting, but it's not just this anticipation, this hype, this edge-of-your-seat moment where you know something's going to happen, you're just waiting for it, and you're just there in that anticipation waiting for it to happen. So this really was one of the more engaging episodes I think the show has had. I thought the pacing was great. Once again, throwing out the word atmosphere. Atmosphere was great. So yeah, I've loved, in general, the second season has felt like it's had this more mystery, horror-ish vibe rather than the first season's actiony kind of vibe. Actiony with kind of boring build-up episodes in between. Like, there were some pretty boring episodes in season 1, having just rewatched it. But episode 2, I think every episode's been great so far. I love the horror-y feel. As a score, I am going to give it a perfect score, 10 abandoned castles out of 10, because what it was a creepy atmosphere building, just a build-up episode before the action. And if you're going to build up before action, I think having an episode that gets a viewer so engaged and draws you in so much just for the build-up is the best you can do for a build-up episode. So yeah, I'm totally ready for this castle storyline. I do remember reading it in the manga. I doubt it'll last more than a couple episodes. But damn, I'm just so ready for what we're getting in the future. Next episode actually seems like it's going to be a Reiner backstory-centric episode, but we'll probably get some more stuff in the full progression of the story as well, like we did with that Sasha episode last week. But yeah, that's about it. So either way, if you did like this video, 10 out of 10 is what I think of this episode. So how about you comment down there if you want to, and tell me what you thought of the episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe if you want for more Attack on Titan and more. I'm thinking about reading the manga soon. I know a couple of you said no, don't read it, so you can be surprised at stuff in the anime if you haven't read up that far. But I really just don't want to be spoiled and different stuff like that. So I want to read up ahead. And if I do read up ahead, just let me know if there are any chapters in particular you want me to record my reactions to, just so I'll know ahead of time, okay, record reactions to this because it's going to be something shocking or surprising. Or if not, then I guess it doesn't matter and I'll read on my own. Or if you want me to hold off until the end of the season and then do a read-through of the manga after where the season ends, that could be maybe possible too. I don't know. I'd like to read it as soon as I have time to, just in my own time, but just tell me if there's any ones you want me to record my reaction to. And that's it, yeah. Like I said, subscribe and follow on Twitter if you want, for updates, stuff like that. Either way then, thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.